Hello everybody, and welcome to a sort of let's play of Wizard and Princess, or as it was called there, Adventure in Serenia. I'm not really going to be talking too much about the game. You could just kind of, if you just want to enjoy the game, you can mute my voice and watch it. The game doesn't have any sounds anyway. But I thought it'd be fun to kind of have this gameplay up while I chat so you could see it. I decided to play this one just because it takes place in Serenia, which is in the same world as the Daventry of the King's Quest series. And it's kind of confusing exactly what Serenia is, because if you look it up, it's one, the name of the continent where Daventry is, also, although the continent is also called Daventry as well. It could be a sovereignty in the continent, or it could be a city in the sovereignty in the continent. So I'm not sure exactly. I'm pretty sure this is the sovereignty because the whole story of this is you walk through town and you hear some guy announce that the princess has been kidnapped by a wizard and the wizard is up north, and you decide, you know what, I'm going to go save her, just out of the blue. That's literally the whole plot. And so you're going to go save the princess from this wizard. So yeah, it's just this very, 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 very basic game. So you can watch. If you have any questions, you can comment, but I thought I'd just kind of chat. Just see how things are going, mostly about gaming and stuff. So what have I been up to with gaming? Like, as you know, on my channel, I mostly do awesome point-and-click adventure games, or adventure games like this. But I just haven't been playing them as much recently, which I know I should. The last one I played was Broken Sword 5. I wanted to do the Broken Sword series on this channel, and I finally finished the 5th game, which was... It was okay. It wasn't bad, it wasn't great. It was okay, I liked it, just wasn't begging for more. That's all I can say. Although I do really like, I think the first 2 games are the best ones in the series. And hopefully someday I can do those. Let's see, I've also done RPGs on this channel. I've been kind of playing some... Oh yeah, I'm playing a Chrono Cross right now. That's one I always missed out. I always wanted to play. My wife had even, a few years ago for Christmas, bought me a copy of Chrono Cross for PlayStation. But I just never had time to play it. And then it came out on Switch, so I got that copy of it and finally started playing it. I've only gotten like a tiny bit of the way in, but I know it's quite an adventure that can be played over and over again because of the New Game Plus features, which I'm hoping to do. Usually I've been kind of ignoring New Game Plus because I got so much other stuff to play, but this seems like it'd be worth doing. With RPGs, I've also been, like, with the really, really old ones, I've been playing Ultima 3, but that one can be kind of a slog, kind of a grind. Because you need lots and lots and lots of money. Oh, my cat Miko's up. He loves to cuddle at this time of day. Hey, Miko. He's a very, very, very large kitty, so cuddling can be kind of a challenge, but it's a challenge I'm willing to accept. But yeah, Ultima 3... Right now, it's just me hours and hours and hours grinding more and more gold, because you need gold to advance your stats, and you need stats to get to the actual dungeons that count. So I kind of have to take a break every now and then before I get more gold. But yeah, I feel like it'll be super fun once I actually am able to go into the dungeons I need to. Because even, like, there are a bunch of dungeons that are, like, optional and stuff, but... They don't provide much gold, and you can only be on the first floor because if you go any deeper, then the enemies are too tough. But, yeah, someday I hope to do the Ultima games on this channel, just to kind of show them off. Like, 1 and 2, they're kind of... Like, I don't remember too much about it. I do remember you had to do a little bit of grinding in those 2, but 3 is by far the worst because you've got a party of 4 instead of just 1 person. But yeah, one of these days I'll get that completed. Right now I'm also playing on my Switch the Ace Attorney Chronicles that just came out not too long ago, the ones that were in Japanese only for the longest time. I remember watching a Let's Play of it where the Let's Player was actually translating all the Japanese and putting them as the caption notes. Did so for the entire first game, so I watched it like that. And then, like, they started doing the second game, and then they had stopped, and then I stopped watching. But they finally have an official English translation, so I can get to the games myself and see what happens. I love the Ace Attorney games. Those aren't ones I ever plan to do on this channel, but I do recommend them to you immensely. Those are really, really fun games. Also been, like, going through just other games that I've never got to either play or finish as a child. Like I've been playing the Tomb Raider games. I remember back in the day, my dad got the original Tomb Raider. We both picked it out because it looked super interesting. Like the box is like sort of a pyramid shape, and there's like a cool chick on there with guns, which was like kind of interesting at the time because game developers for some reason had a thing against doing female characters. Which my theory is, it's not because gamers were sexist. Like that's the whole theory is that there weren't that many female protagonists because gamers were sexist. It wasn't the gamers; it was the game developers thinking the gamers were sexist and thinking, "Oh, we can't do a girl protagonist; it won't sell." But it did. We don't really care which gender we're playing as long as the game is awesome. So I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I'd played Tomb Raider 1 a whole bunch of times, so I haven't been replayed that one. But Tomb Raider 2, played through that one first level to last legit without skipping levels because I think when as a kid I know I beat the game, but I'm pretty sure I just skipped to the last level. Now I'm doing Tomb Raider 3, which I remember we had that one too as a kid, but I just couldn't ever figure out what to do in that game. Like it was so confusing. It still is a bit confusing. I feel like these games really need a guide because there's like it can be confusing as to where to go because it could be a time where you go in one direction, have to do all of these flips and climbings and turns and all that, and you get there and you realize you need a key, and then you need to go all the way back and find what path gets you the key, and then get back from that path and go back again to where the key needs to be used. And it can be pretty aggravating. So I'm just kind of playing through it with the walkthrough to get all the secrets, because I guess with Tomb Raider 3, if you get all the secrets, you also unlock a secret final level, which will be pretty cool. Yeah, those are fun games. I also have the new Tomb Raider games. I've only played the first one. I've got the second one on Steam, and the third one on PlayStation 4. But yeah, I haven't played the second and third one yet. I really want to, because those are super fun too. In the last couple of years, while I took my hiatus, I was also playing the Assassin's Creed games, which I love those games. Like, I love games that are actually based on history, and have, like, actual locations and stuff. I played Assassin's Creed Origins, then Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which are two pretty fun games. I felt like Odyssey could have done a bit better with guiding you to all the different waypoints and stuff, and without having like these bounty hunters constantly chasing you the entire freaking time, because that got annoying. But it was a pretty fun game, and I have Valhalla, but I haven't played that one yet. It's just so busy. There's so many games in so little time. What else? Oh yeah, I played Dark Souls recently. I have all the Dark Souls games. I've got Bloodborne. I think I might have Sekiro. I'm not sure. And then there's of course the new Elden Ring that came out. So far, I just played the first Dark Souls game, and it was pretty fun. Like once you kind of get the build that works for you, it's pretty good. Like I went in thinking I was going to be like melee, heavy armor build, just going to take the hits and kill, and found out that just did not work. Like most games I can pull that off, this one I couldn't. Ended up going completely opposite. Ended up going like super light armor, low defense, but with lots and lots of magic. And I just destroyed the game with that after that. Did do a bit of grinding to kind of get through it, and once you grind it, kind of becomes easier. Like Dark Souls is definitely a hard game, but if you do your grinding and do the work, then it's not too bad. It's very, very fair. It's like one of the most fair, difficult games I've ever played, unlike that Battle Spire game I just finished. What else have I been playing? Oh yeah, I've been doing lots of two-player co-op games with my wife. Like when we first got married, like she played some video games. Like she had a 2DS and she had a not a Switch, she had a Wii. And like we at first I didn't think she would be super interested in video games, but then there was one I'd got from PlayStation Network, Overcooked, and so we decided to try it. And ooh, she fell in love with that game, and I fell in love with playing that game with her. It was super fun. Yeah, if you haven't played Overcooked, if you have a friend, or if you have 2 or 3 friends, it could be up to 4 players. you should do Overcooked. Really fun. We ended up getting Overcooked 2 and played that one and finished it. Then I think it was like last Christmas, my last birthday, one of those, I ended up getting the Overcooked All You Can Eat, which is Overcooked 1 and 2 plus a whole bunch of extra stuff, and we dominated that. That was fun, and we've been doing two-player co-op ever since. Right now we have a whole bunch that we're playing. We're playing Lego Harry Potter and Lego Star Wars. We're playing Yoshi's Crafted World on Switch co-op, and we're also playing Kirby's Forgotten Land co-op on Switch. Those are all super fun games. We just kind of like, we'll get through, have a period where we'll pick one game and just start playing it like crazy and have fun. Then we'll stop for a while, and because it's kind of, especially now, it's kind of hard with a little baby daughter to play video games without her, you know, requesting things from us, requesting our attention as she's wont to do, which is fine. And then we of course played It Takes Two, which is one of the funnest co-op games I've ever played in my life. It was so good. We want to play it again someday because, of course, I played the husband, she played the wife, but I want to like switch it around next time where I play the wife, she plays the husband, because the gameplay differs between the two characters. That would be super fun. I just very recently, it went on sale for like $8. It was the same people who did It Takes Two. What's it called? It was A Way Out. And she's excited to play that one, but I kind of want to beat some of our other games we're working on before we start something new. And there's also the game Brothers. That was originally one player where you like play with one player and you have to use the two control sticks to control the two brothers, but they recently did an update on it where it could be two player where one person controls each brother, so we're going to play that one. That'll be fun. So got other Lego games. My wife got me the Lego Marvel game, which I love the Marvel comics and the Marvel movies, and that'll be fun, but just haven't had time to get through everything. And I'm one who really loves to just complete a game if it's, you know, feasible to do. I'm not going to do it with everything. Like the Dark Souls, like I completed pretty much everything I could in the base game. I beat all the bosses, I got all the stuff I could, and then I also came with the extra like DLC where there's an extra thing you could do. Barely beat the first boss on that, got to the second boss, and I was like, you know what, I have no time for this. This is way too much for me, and especially like the build I had was just not designed for it, and so I was just kind of let it go from there. I do like to be a completionist when I can be, but I also know when to let things go. And then with a game, yeah, I'm going to get a Steam Deck. I have to put one on reserve. And hopefully I should be getting it between October and December, according to them. And that'll be super fun, because the computer I'm using right now is just, there's multiple things wrong with it. I don't know if it's because it's just old, because it was sitting around for a couple years unused. But the games I used to be able to play, I just can't play anymore. Like when I first got it up and running again, like I had to do a whole bunch of updates, of course, update my drivers and everything, and it was fine. I played Psychonauts 2, which is extremely fun. That was such a good game. I was so happy to finally play that after all these years of waiting. And then all of a sudden I started running into the problems. The one first, of course, being that it doesn't recognize any headphones that are plugged into it. It only recognizes speakers from the crappy TV I have plugged into it. And then all of a sudden, also, it started, like, completely freezing up the entire computer if I tried to play any game that came out, like, after 2005. It was the weirdest thing. Like, even, like, the Monkey Island games that I played on a crappy laptop back in the day, the remastered versions, it freezes on those. So I'm very, very limited right now what I can play, so which makes me especially excited for the Steam Deck. I've heard you could do record gameplay on the Steam Deck, and then also you can also get GOG games and Epic games loaded onto there. So hopefully, once I get that, I can record gameplay on that. I can kind of record audio on a separate device while I'm playing, mash the two together. Because for my plans, I really, really want to play play Black Mirror 1 and 2, because those ones are way better than the first Black Mirror game which I have in there. I'm semi-interested in doing the Siberia series. Like, I played through the first game and hated it. Then I watched one of my favorite Let's Players. He did a Let's Play of the game, and he hated it. But they've come out with so many others, and they're so well received that I want to give the series another try. Maybe they find their footing better in 2, 3, and 4. Who knows? What other games do I want to let's play? There's so many. I've got a bunch of Sierra games lined up for some LucasArts games that I probably need to play myself first before I do let's plays of them. But it would be fun to do let's plays of those. What else? I think that's just about it in terms of gaming. Oh, one more thing. There's I think I announced this before in an earlier video, but there is a channel called Conversations with Curtis where the main actor from Phantasmagoria 2 actually comes, like, is doing interviews with, like, the cast and crew from Phantasmagoria 2. That's what he started off doing, and it's pretty awesome. And then he branched out to Phantasmagoria 1, including the main actress from Phantasmagoria 1. He did an interview with her. And those two decided to team up to do a Let's Play of Phantasmagoria 1, which was freaking awesome. So yeah, you got the main actors from Phantasmagoria 1 and 2 all of a sudden together on the same video playing Phantasmagoria, commenting about it, like talking about their experiences, and I thought that was pretty great. So you should definitely subscribe to Conversations with Curtis. He has a Patreon. If you're able to, you should get on that. Or maybe I should get my Patreon back up and running, or GoFundMe, or whatever it was, because I need some better computer parts to fix up my computer. It's about $300, which I could afford now, but I'd rather spend it on the Steam Deck and on the PlayStation 5. But anyway, I won't ask for money. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh yeah, something I'm just going to mention real quick. If you can find them online or find some way to get a hold of them, the King's Quest novels are really, really good. I found somebody who shared them in PDF form, which is kind of iffy, but I had no other way to read them because they're so expensive to actually get physically. And those are really, really, really good. Like, I wish I could do like reviews of those or something. But anyway, this game is just about over. We saved the princess, and we have our whoosh shoes that we're going to whoosh on out of here back to the beginning screen where we win. So that's Wizard and Princess. And those are my thoughts. So leave a like, leave a comment on what you think about either what I said or even about the game. I'll gladly answer questions about the game if I can. And that's about it. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.